Wall Street Journal says that they can prove that indeed Trump did send that. It doesn't matter whether he drew it or he signed it. They said he sent it. And if that's true, it would not be libel or defamation.
The Fed is set to consider lowering the price of borrowing money again. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Today, the Federal Reserve begins its final policy meeting of the year, and expectations are that the Fed will reduce interest rates by 0.25 percentage point, and that would leave the Fed funds rate at a range of 3.5% to 3.7%.
Today marks 1 year since Luigi Mangione was arrested in the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. The suspect is back at court in New York now for a pretrial hearing on the evidence collected. CBS's Lilia Luciano.
Last night, prosecutors released photos showing the items in his backpack, including a 9mm handgun and silencer, as well as a red notebook, passport, and ID, and several handwritten notes. One of them described what appeared to be a map of Pittsburgh with possible escape routes. Another note read, "Keep momentum, FBI slower overnight."
Dr. Mehmet Oz, who heads Medicare and Medicaid services, offering tips on healthy holiday eating.
In an email to his 6,000 employees titled Crushing Cubicle Cravings, Oz asked them to practice portion control. He suggests using smaller plates when taking part in office cookie swaps, trying not to eat every cookie on the table. The former talk show host writes, "Don't double fist food and drink. Keep one hand free to shake hands with colleagues. Put your fork down between bites and savor each bite." A CMS spokesperson says the feedback to Oz's tips has been positive. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is the Roundtable, a look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday morning edition of the Roundtable Show with your host, Rick and Wayne. And good morning, Wayne. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, Brother Rick. Doing good. Little cold. Took a few minutes to dig the car out of the frost. but otherwise, beautiful morning, beautiful sunrise, and just I think winter's upon us. We need to talk to the weatherman, Brian, here, and this seems to be one of the colder beginnings of Decembers that I can remember in a while. So I don't know.
It's been pretty chilly, but just wait.
Great.
It's Tennessee. Wait 5 minutes.
Yeah. No, it's supposed to get pretty chilly this weekend.
Single digits.
With a cold front. Yeah,
close,
I don't know if it's going to get quite that cold as it was kind of showing earlier, but we could see some teens or 20s for lows.
So is the almanac predicting more or less snow this year?
The almanac is predicting less snow.
Okay.
A milder winter.
Okay.
Doesn't mean warmer necessarily. Well, in terms of snow. And mild could still feel cold to us.
You know,
if that makes sense.
I don't want to change the subject, but they're doing away with the Farmer's Almanac. This is the last year.
The old Farmer's Almanac, yeah. There are two, and the old Farmer's Almanac that's been around since the 1800s. This is their last edition.
Wow. Well, darn.
I know.
Yeah.
That's like tossing Norman Rockwell to the curb, isn't it?
Well, it's one of the things I remember getting it sometimes when you went to Cracker Barrel because it was always to be out there.
Yeah.
But I haven't got it now in several years, and now I hear that it's going away, and I'm upset over it.
Yeah, I'm same way.
It's my own fault for not continuing to buy it.
Same here.
It's like Sports Illustrated, just I quit buying it and they went away.
You do have about an 8% chance of seeing a white Christmas, though, in Middle Tennessee.
8%.
Yeah, from year over year.
Now, did you get that from Chat? Was it GPT? Is that?
No, that came from our National Weather Service.
It's from Brian's brain. Yeah. He figured it out. Rutherford weather.
Yep. Congratulations to the Oakland Patriots.
That's right.
The 6A football championship, state championship, stays in Rutherford County, and maybe Ryan would know. Is this their 9th state championship?
It is the school's 9th. It is the county 17th, going back to the 1970 Central Tigers, including the back-to-back Smyrna football state titles as well. So it counts all of those, and it's the 6th in the last 7 years for Oakland.
Wow. Just Coach Creasley, and he had a couple at Trousdale County too. So
Yeah.
I mean,
he's got 9 overall. He had 3 at Trousdale County.
Oh, had 3
before coming here.
Yeah, well, we talk football here, and everybody thinks of like Maryville and the whole thing about them being up there and being a powerhouse.
Yeah.
But if you go to East Tennessee and you say you're from Murfreesboro, and they go, yeah, they're at Oakland down there in Smyrna. They kind of think the same way that we do here, of us here. So I think that's cool.
Well, the Southwinds over in Memphis, I think they were undefeated, and and I guess Ravenwood got them, and so there's some really good teams across the state. So we'll see.
That's right.
But before we get into our show, appreciate being with you when we did the Smyrna's Town Christmas Parade. It was the 50th.
Yep.
And I thought that was special for you and I to get to do it with the Stewart's Creek television program or
students.
Yeah.
They did all the production of it, and we had a co-host, Miss Gracie Wayne, with us.
Yes.
And I think it went well.
Yep. Her mom and dad, of course, Mr. Wayne is now the Siegel principal. And he was at Rock Springs Middle, and I think her mom apparently was an assistant principal somewhere, and I'm not sure. I think she has gone out of administration, but she did a good job. Very articulate, and just enjoyed doing the parade.
I thought she did awesome. That was hard. It was really hard.
She had a lot to read.
She had a lot to read. Well, us too. We had a lot of coming up. Your jokes were really well, though.
I haven't been called on any faux pas yet, so I'm certainly capable of misquoting or not enunciating correctly. So maybe I might have survived it for an hour and a half.
Well, introduce our guest, because maybe you can spring a couple of those jokes on her and see how they work.
Okay. All right.
No kidding.
Brother Rick, this morning it's our pleasure to have again Miss Jessica Johnson. She is the director of the Atlas program for Rutherford County Schools, and we'll let her talk about herself and her family a little bit, and then explain what Atlas is for our audience that do not understand that term.
Sure. Well, good morning. Thank you for having me today. My name is Jessica, and I've been with Rutherford County Schools for 16 years. 10 of those years, I was a high school counselor. This is my 6th year with the Atlas program. I went to MTSU for my undergraduate, which is in social work, and then my master's was from Trevecca, and I just finished my EDS.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Impressive.
Thank you. With a concentration in rural poverty. So I hope to apply that information to help our families here. And I feel like with this position, being a school counselor and a social worker, that the Atlas program just combines all that together so I can do my best for our kids. Now, the Atlas program is Rutherford County's homeless education program. And Atlas stands for, because no one ever knows, academic time leads to achieving students. So our goal is for our students that are considered homeless just to be in school every day. We know it's the safest place for them, and to keep them on track for graduation. So when they graduate, they're off on a great start to make any choices and changes in their life that they may want to, just to do anything, to be anything.
So many people, when they think of homeless, they think of someone living under a bridge or, sleeping on a park bench,
Yes,
which certainly is not the case.
Sure.
And you have children in all different types of situations that are considered homeless.
Yes, sir. So currently we have over 1,200 students that are in the Atlas program. So McKinney-Vento is the law that determines for students homelessness, which is different than the HUD definition of homeless. So students that do not have a fixed, stable, or adequate nighttime residence. And what that is any students that may be living with someone that's not their parent or legal guardian. So if a student's living with their grandmother, with a relative, just with a good friend because their parent or their guardian is out of pocket, they're considered homeless. If we have a student living in a motel, hotel situation, they're considered homeless. We have students living in campgrounds, tents, in campers and tents on someone's property, and they do not have electricity or running water. We have children that their families are renting one room out of a home, and they may not know who they're renting from. They're just trying to keep a roof over their head. That's considered homelessness. So as of right now, we have over 1,200 students. We enrolled over 50 students just last week.
Did before the show you said at the end of the last school year?
At the end of the last school year in May, we had over 2,200 students in Rutherford County in every school that was under the McKinney-Vento program or Atlas that we were assisting and serving.
And that's just Rutherford County schools. That's not counting. Murfreesboro has their own program.
That's correct.
So that's just the county school system. Yes.
That's mind-boggling to me.
Yeah. And this year, the need is there, but it's much more intense. The request for basic needs such as food and hygiene items for our kids, no one's going to learn if they're hungry. No one.
Right.
And no one is going to want to come to school if they're dirty or if they feel like they stick out in any way. And so that is a huge focus for us, is to make sure that when students are not in school, because they get breakfast and lunch for free through the McKinney-Vento program immediately, but we send weekend food back home every weekend with anybody that asks for it. And then on these extended breaks, such as Christmas break coming up, they will get a reusable grocery bag full of items that our students can make themselves, like single-serve items such as macaroni and cheese, ramen noodles, beef ravioli, granola bars, just to try to supplement the food that they would be receiving with us, because we know that the majority of our children receive their nourishment from the school. And so we want to make sure they have something when they're not with us.
Have you got, because we're going to get into a thing about funding, but is there churches or civic groups or things like that help regularly with this? Or
So a major civic group and just a blessing for a community partner, Smyrna Rotary, has been very kind to us. We do have churches that reach out and that assist. Farm Bureau has also helped, but Smyrna Rotary is the one that has been consistent.
So as far as Nourish Food Bank and some of the
Nourish is great. So each school tells us how many weekend food bags they need, and so churches sometimes partner with the school that's in their area to provide that. But the need has been so great, many times they're not able to meet the entire need, and if we do not have it at our portable, then Nourish comes in and takes care of them, and they are even serving schools on a regular basis just because of the great need that we cannot cover.
So there's been a lot of changes here
Yes, sir.
in the last several months, and federal funds now pretty much travel through the state before
Yes.
they get to the actual
Correct.
school program. So in the past, you have had a grant to help feed and possibly clothe and hygiene.
The basic necessities for our
basic
children.
necessities
Yes, sir.
for children.
We're not asking for extra.
Yeah. So you basically have had a grant for that over the last several years.
Yes, sir.
And for whatever reason, this year they decided Rutherford County can't have that.
Yes, sir. We did not receive our grant. The McKinney-Vento grant is the only specified designated funding for homeless children. That's across our United States. And Rutherford County did not receive that, which is very challenging. That means if we do not have community partners and neighbors and people that care, we would not have food to send home with our kids. That's number one. If it wasn't for Rotary and kindness of churches and other just individual people, we would not have the food to send home with our students. And our students are going to be out of school over 2 weeks. I cannot imagine them being not in the greatest living situation and hungry, and it's Christmas. It is very concerning to think that we cannot help children in this great state have their basic needs met.
Yearly, what's your budget look like?
Okay, so food budget, if we were providing all the food for our kids just on extended breaks without any assistance, it looks about $60,000 just for food, just to make sure our kids are eating, because the cost of food has went up so much. The McKinney-Vento grant was approximately $200,000, but that also paid for two therapists to go into schools to work with our kids specifically so they didn't have to leave school and the parent didn't have to take off work to take them to a counselor to help them process the trauma that they may have experienced.
Of homelessness.
Exactly. Also, that paid for after-school care and summer care from the Boys and Girls Club mentorship program. I want to say the Boys and Girls Club has been amazing, and they're still singing our students even without a penny from McKinney-Vento from us. And Indoor Athletics is doing the same. They're still taking care of our kids after school and on the weekends. So we have a lot of wonderful people that love our program, but if they were unable to do that, our kids would be suffering.
So as far as you know, or as far as you don't know, the federal funds have come to Tennessee, but for whatever reason, if that money was available, it did not make
Correct.
it to Rutherford County.
Correct. Rutherford County, I applied for the grant. We applied for the grant. We wanted the grant. We received it, the past 5 years. We did not receive it this year. We've reached out to ask for a rubric, how the grant was viewed and why we didn't receive it, and we have just not had success on getting that information. So we could correct it. So the next time we applied, we could receive it, because obviously our kids need it.
We've learned that for the show, and I'm working on that, so hopefully we'll get some answers here pretty quickly on that. But just so people at home may understand, the county school system, we continue to fund this program to make it happen, and your salary as far as that goes and everything else. So we're going as is. It's just that federal funding that we usually, or state dollars we were receiving, we're just not getting at this time.
Correct.
So Title I funding is also federal.
Yes.
For socially, economically deprived
yes, sir,
children. But those funds are coming, but homeless funds for homelessness is not.
We know that the funds specifically for homelessness in McKinney-Vento is a no this year. It's a 3-year grant, so that means no this year, no next year, and no the following year.
Oh, goodness.
If nothing changes and it all stays the same, which I'm assuming that it will, we have zero funding to purchase food if needed, hygiene items if needed, clothing. And this is all to help a child fully participate in education. I'm not looking for extra. Children need the basics, and they should be able to receive those no matter their home life situation, so they could receive a good education and participate.
Well, and having all this right here at Thanksgiving and Christmas just compounds how tough it is to deal with that.
Yes, I mean, and it's daily. Yesterday, I received a referral. 3 children enrolled in the program just yesterday. Within 4 days, mother has lost her job, lost their home, and the car was totaled. And they were staying now they're just house to house looking for anything. It's just, times are very hard and very, very hard for many, and we think when I make these food bags, for the weekend, they're in a gallon-sized bag that we slip into their backpack. So it's anonymous. So not everyone knows everyone's business. And when I think that this may be the only food this child receives, or what if they're sharing it with their siblings that's not in school?
Sure.
So some avenues for if somebody wants to donate or things like that, what are the avenues do we have right now?
Yes. So if you wanted to donate food or clothing or hygiene or a $10 gift card. Now, let me tell you why that's so important. A $10 gift card would allow us to go to Walmart and buy new underclothes. Children do not need used underclothes. They need brand new ones. And that would give us the ability to go buy it right then, not waiting for an order to be processed, which could take and to receive 3 to 4 weeks. But that can all be delivered to our central office, which is on South Park Drive. And that would be a blessing. Like Rutherford County EMS just had a big food drive for us, which is helping us feed probably 300-ish children, along with Rutherford County Consolidated Utility District. They also pitched into that. So I'll be packing food on Thursday to meet the needs that have not already been addressed for the upcoming break. Wow. We love food. Just putting it out there.
And if you want to reach out to, like you said, Smyrna Rotary, we give the Past Presidents Foundation. We usually cut a check every there through the foundation part of that. But if you do want to go through our club, reach out to Wayne or I, or just look up Smyrna Rotary Club and find a member on there that you can reach out to. And it is a 501c3, so any donations you make, we can gladly give you a letter for that you can show the tax deduction for that. But it's another avenue if you just want to financially give some way, but we'll make sure 100% of that money passes through us. And
I think that's a very good point that you just made. Thank you. Anything you give to the Atlas program, I need everyone to know the food, the clothing, it stays right here in Rutherford County, and it helps our Rutherford County babies. Yeah. You're helping our community be better. It's helping right here, and I think that's so important.
The 501c3, companies and corporations, that's almost mandatory to have that stigma or that that status so you can move funds through. And exactly what Rick just said, I think Smyrna Rotary would be a great vehicle to get that money to you or to your program. Sure. I would hope that maybe we could reach out to the Rotary Noon and the Rotary Breakfast here in Murfreesboro and see if we couldn't partnership.
I would love to visit and tell you all about it.
and have them, I know that this is a heartbreaking program, knowing these poor babies are literally doing without.
I just can't imagine as a child or a parent having to ask someone you don't know, can I have some food?
Right.
Can I have a coat because I'm cold? Life's hard enough without not having the necessities you need.
When people have brought food to you, how are they doing it?
Okay, so they're bringing it to central office, and then because I'm off campus of central office, I'm at an elementary school in a portable. We have 2 portables in our county, one on Smyrna Primary's campus and one on Barfield Elementary's campus. So we take the food to which portable that it's needed, so we can start packing it and just distributing the food.
Okay, well. I've been texting with Mike Sparks, State Representative Mike Sparks, and making him aware of this. And obviously, he's got a district. Majority of Smyrna, and I imagine a lot of our students were talking about us in his area because of the housing area. But he's sent me the list to make sure I kind of brought up the things. But it says Pop Top or vacuum packed chicken or tuna. Is that Pop Tart or
Pop Tart? So we can't always know if our children have a can opener.
So it has to have that.
So
I got it.
when you
Top,
pop
so
it,
you can
like,
pull it on top.
the metal peeling back.
I got it.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't think most people can see me doing that.
So,
well, actually, maybe.
Yeah. And then you got cookies, microwavable macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
That's always a favorite with my kids. Peanut butter, cheese crackers, peanut butter itself, Pop Top, microwave meals like chili and beef stew, Pop-Tarts, soups,
Pop-Tarts are huge.
granola bars, rice-a-roni cups. That is another big one with kids they like, and any kind of hygiene supplies.
Yes.
It's something I didn't know until just a few weeks ago, that you can buy milk that is not refrigerated.
Shelf stable. Yes.
So I found that to be.
So
just add water?
No, it's in a little carton, like a
little
juice box.
Yeah.
No
But
kidding.
I've noticed many of our students, they just eat or many students in general, my daughter just eats cereal just dry. I'm like,
Yeah.
you don't want any milk?
Oh,
no?
I can do that. I'm down for that.
I think I saw you do that the other day.
By hand, yes. I get the Kellogg's with the strawberries in it. That's my favorite.
Without milk.
I just pour it in a thing there at the office, and I'll eat it out of a cup. Just
Having come from a blue-collar family,
Yes, sir.
6 kids, we had some food insecurity, and that's a tough way to go. I can tell you from experience that it makes for a tough school day and makes for a tough night at home.
I know that many of our students come to school for breakfast because they have not ate since they had lunch with us the day before. I know that there's no doubt in my mind. So I used to wonder before I started this position and got so involved why we would have kids showing up on 2-hour days. Breakfast. Our children are hungry. Food insecurity is real. And we have a lot of food insecurity for students that are not in our program. And when we have food and we've met the needs of someone, if a child reached out, we would definitely help them in any way we could.
That's always been a concern for me for the middle school and the high school student that may be economically deficient, that because they did not want to have that stigma,
sure,
that that they wouldn't sign up for that. But I know the schools go out of their way to keep it anonymous, just so that child can eat.
We try so hard to make elementary the littles, they want to be around you. They just enjoy talking with you, and it's not an issue. But sometimes with middle school and high school, they don't even want to come to your counseling office to pick that up, and even discreetly. So sometimes when a mom says, yes, please, we need that, they need that extra food, sometimes to get the child down there. So we try to fine tune that any way we can to get that food home.
God bless you for that.
Agreed. And this is a fluent situation. Obviously, we hadn't had you on in a while in our discussion today, and I know Mayor Carr and the County Commission now has worked some time on more funding resources for the County Commission, because our budgets do keep raising every year, and we don't like doing property taxes, and that's one of our only sources of revenue, unfortunately, is property taxes. And we've petitioned this year, and hopefully we're going to see some of the real estate transfer tax that'll go back towards the help with the funding of our schools and things like that to help with programs like this. But you're listening to Jessica Johnson. She's the Atlas program coordinator for Rutherford County Schools. But we're going to take our first break, and we'll be right back with you in just a minute.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
It's the most magical day of the year, and you can watch it all live. Big G TV is where Christmas comes to life, with coverage of the Murfreesboro Parade, Sunday, December 14th at 2 p.m. Brought to you by Kenneth Barrett for Sheriff, Middle Tennessee Electric, Farm Bureau Insurance, and Woodfin Funeral Chapels. See every float, every smile, and the moment Santa arrives on Big G TV. Streaming at wgnsradio.com/parade.
This is Shannon Woodfin Parsons with Woodfin Funeral Chapels. The Murfreesboro Christmas Parade Grand Marshal is Mr. Bill Allen. Mr. Bill worked for Woodfin Chapel for years. Mr. Bill is 100 years old. He was at Normandy Beach. And I want to thank Mr. Bill for his service. I want to thank all veterans that help protect our freedom and our country.
This is Chip Walters, and I'm honored to be your 2024 MTAR Realtor of the Year. I'm with Exit Realty Bob Lamb & Associates, and like many of you, I've seen the real estate market shift and change. People often ask, Chip, what's really going on? Well, that's a great question, and I believe in answering with solid, factual data. So let's cut through some of the noise. I invite you to reach out. Let's have a conversation about your real estate goals and the current market trends in your neighborhood. You can find all my contact information at choosechip.net.
Good Neighbor Events is brought to you by Old National Bank, the law offices of John Day, and AmeriCare Pest Control.
Get old. Old National Bank, that is. Old National Bank has the experience and service you need to buy a home, make investments, even online and mobile banking. Old National Bank is in the borough on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard.
Old National Bank at 2230 Dr. MLK Jr. Boulevard, which used to be Mercury Boulevard.
Visit us and enjoy warm, homemade cookies at Old National Bank.
Old National Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
WGNS encourages you to shop our local mom and pop businesses, especially this time of the year. Don't forget, this Sunday is the Murfreesboro Christmas Parade. It starts at 2 o'clock, goes down East Main, around the square, and on to West Main. The theme of the parade, A Sweet Christmas. Again, the Murfreesboro Christmas Parade is 2 o'clock this Sunday. Also this weekend and the next weekend, from 4 until 8 in the evening, it's Christmas at Cannonsburg, just off Front Street in Murfreesboro. The admission is $5 per person, with children ages 5 and younger admitted for free. Stroll through this historic village and see how Christmas was celebrated. There is free parking located in the large gravel parking lot next to Cannonsburg. You need to take South Church Street to West Castle Street, and that'll take you directly to the parking lot. The Red Cross is still critically low on blood. Please give the gift of life. Phone the Red Cross at 800-RED-CROSS and make an appointment to give blood at a time that fits your schedule. Those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford weather.
Partial sunshine develops here this afternoon. We'll see a high in the upper 40s. Tonight, partly cloudy skies develop. We'll see a low around 38. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki from the WGNS Rutherford Weather Center. Currently, it's 31.
Broadcasting from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios. MTE serves members with more than just electricity. Their community outreach team works with schools, parents, and students to provide engaging and unique learning experiences. MTE serving to make life better since 1936.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And welcome back to the second segment of Tuesday Mornings with Rick and Wayne. And we're certainly pleased to have the federal coordinator for the Atlas program for Rutherford County Schools, Ms. Jessica Johnson. And boy, this tickled to have you, but finding out, that we're not getting money that we've had in the past to take care of our homeless children. Gosh, that is just breaking my heart.
It's almost unbelievable, I feel like, but it's the way it is. I mean, so because I'm speaking about this one grant that we didn't receive, and I need you to know, it's not that I don't want to apply for more grants for our kids. I'm just not eligible for many grants because I am not a foundation or a 501(c)(3).
Yeah, and corporations and companies, they want the tax benefit,
sure, of course,
and they have to utilize,
of course,
a fund, a nonprofit
sure.
status like that. So.
But we're going to see what we can do about that. I mean, with us knowing today, we'll figure that out. Obviously,
because the money came to the state.
The money came to Tennessee.
But the fourth largest school district in the state,
52,000 students.
Yeah, even without the city of Murfreesboro, fourth largest, and our 1,000+ children
and
are being deprived.
Last year at our end of the year report, it was documented that we had over 2,200 students in Rutherford County, and I know that's not identifying every student. Those are just the ones we were aware of and signed up.
And that's just Rutherford County. That's not even Murfreesboro City.
Correct.
I'm almost at a loss for words.
When we were talking about your personal life and you were the degrees and stuff and the emphasis that you've put towards homelessness and this child stuff, what are some things you've learned through your education that would, if we were to best case practices that we were able to do as a community, what would that be and what would that look like? I put you on the spot on that one.
You did put me on the spot.
Sorry.
I think that the biggest thing when I speak to a brand new parent in the program, just to let them know that we understand and we want to help. The Atlas program is here just to help. It is not illegal or against the law to be poor and need assistance. And if someone came and called me, went to a school, because we have a school contact at each school that you would enroll with if you didn't speak to me. DCS is not called because you've enrolled in the Atlas program. As long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, let us help you. I think, and I know that has nothing to do with my degree, but I think that's the biggest thing, to be able to meet people where they are and let them know we genuinely want to help you. That there's, I'm
just wondering, as a couple of weeks ago, we've had Donna Barrett on. She's with Recycle Tennessee.org. She started the program or helped get this thing going because of obviously we're hoping that one day Republic is going to go away, and then we're going to have to change the way we do our trash services, and trying to get everybody, cities wide, county, together in one room and understanding what's ahead for our future and what that looks like. And I feel like this kind of situation is the same thing. And I think of the other nonprofits that we have on, and of Wayne and I's show, Isaiah 117 that works through DCS, and it's a 501c3, and it's set up as a foundation, and the things that they do, Nurse Food Bank, and what it would be like to have that discussion and having all those players in the room at one time, what solutions and things. I know as one of the commissioners that's on the county commission, Hope Oliver, she talks, spoke out several times about what it costs to feed our kids in school, and wanting it to, if you don't have money, you have to go on a different list and everything else. And that amount obviously every year kind of goes up a little bit every year because of economic times and everything else, to where what it would look like if we just didn't charge for school lunches, that we had a state program that paid those for free, so every kid then would have that. And maybe if we got the funding aside, exactly right, it just got rid of it. Everybody gets it every day, and it comes on in. But I'm just wondering if we get everybody in the same room, what that would look like, and you having your background in education as far as these type situations, is that talked about and an outline set for something like that? It's
talked about, but everyone has their own ability to make their decisions. And I know that homelessness, it's not warm and fuzzy. No one wants to talk about our students that are homeless or our students that we need to serve in an extra special way. But it's even more than just Atlas students, McKinney-Vento students. 1 in 4 children in our area are food insecure. I mean, if we were able to give all children free lunch and breakfast, would it improve attendance? I mean, think about it. Would they come and eat? I mean, it couldn't hurt attendance. I think that would be wonderful. But that is my perspective, because I think all of our children should be able to come in, eat, and ready to learn, which is challenging.
So the faith-based programs like churches, they're really not under the same issue as a corporate structure who needs that tax benefit by donating to a 501c3. But the churches, they're already...
they're utilized a lot as well by our community in general.
Okay. But I mean, we have so many congregations throughout the county that if we could find some way to mobilize all of our congregations to help in some form or fashion.
And when talking to people, sometimes they tell me, oh, well, my church is part of Atlas. We're doing this. And they are doing things that help children, but it's not Atlas. It's, something else, maybe in that specific school or that specific area.
Makes sense. But, and I have seen a growing thing. Highland Heights Church of Christ has a food pantry, and it's on Monday mornings. But if you drive by there now, it is the cars that line up there are a whole lot more than they used to be.
I think most of your larger congregations have, if not benevolence program, at least a food type pantry.
From my perspective, I cannot guarantee that a parent or a guardian can get to that food pantry. That's the reason I want to send it home with the child.
That's a good point.
If they have a car, is it dependable? Is it running? Are you available on Monday mornings, or are you at work? So if we're able to give it to the child, we know that it's taking care of the child and they have it in their backpack.
Yeah, it's the same with we do Meals on Wheels. Wayne and I volunteer and do Meals on Wheels program, and we run the Smyrna and Laverne area. I do a Laverne route. You're in.
I'm on 5.
That's what I thought. We're both on 5, but our list keeps growing. If you used to take, I felt like it took an hour, but my route's about 2 hours for us to get it completed now because of the number of additions we've had to that program, and that feeds a hot meal at least once daily to our elderly people.
Elderly or disabled.
Or disabled, either one.
And it's just, it's hard to wrap your head around that many children that literally are going hungry and without.
Yes. And the reason we ask for such specific food, I need to make that clear, is we anticipate and hope that everybody has access to a microwave. If you're in a motel situation, maybe even in the lobby.
Yeah.
If you're living on someone's property, maybe they'll let you use that. Because anything more than on that list, because we try so hard to get enough protein and healthy things, right now we really want things that we know. Number one, anyone from pre-K, because we have students that are in pre-K all the way until senior year in high school, can cook this food, and it's as simple as possible that they will eat.
Maybe because Rick just kind of went through that whole list, maybe we can get Brian to post that, after the after the show today, and just maybe give some directions again,
Sure.
how to get food to you to get to our
Sure. And
homeless
I also
children.
want to say, just because there's a list of items, if you chose to get one item, that would be, we were going to put it to great use, and it's going to feed children. So if anybody wanted to donate food items to the Atlas program, again, they could just bring that to our central office on South Park Drive and let them know it's for Atlas. And everyone's really kind to let me know, hey, I have a little stack of food for you to come and get. And that's what we do, and start making food bags with it.
Do you have any other volunteers, the people able to volunteer to come in and help you?
So I have someone, her name is Kyle. She is on the north end. So her and I all the time. And then churches, they volunteer. So this is going to sound weird, but when you don't have a budget, you don't know if you're going to have the food. So you can't plan out. So it's really hard to ask for volunteers because we want them. We want volunteers. And so we had 6 people volunteer with us last week to make the first 300 bags, and it was great. But they were able, with less than a week's notice, to do that, because that's when I knew that we received the food donation. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
Because I'm not purchasing it in its setting. It's,
Right. You're waiting
We're
on them.
waiting.
Yeah.
Yes. That's the reason it's tricky. So I do have a company, Geodis Logistics. They're by the Raceway. They're going to send 7 people out on Thursday, and we're going to make the remainder of the additional 300 bags because of the need. And we can get done with 10 people total. What it would take myself and Kyle a week just to bake the bags. That's not delivering them. We'll do that next. But
So it sounds like you're pretty busy that you're not able really even to solicit places or stores or Walmarts and Costco's and Sam's.
I would love to, but no, we are. It's safe to say we're putting out fires and meeting the biggest need we can.
Well, you have children, like you said, you just enrolled, 3 just the other day?
Yeah, that was just yesterday afternoon.
So if anybody out there wants to volunteer and help, as far as, and it may be this that you can't get out and around, but you can sit at a phone and call and
sure
provide you with them the information and the
be
tools
great.
and start reaching out.
I haven't even thought of that as an option, but that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Well, I know my years of being in police work, obviously we come up right now to we do shop with a cop with our kids in the sheriff's offices that theirs. Well, we get with Walmart, and it's a team approach with Walmart that we do, and they provide us with a certain rate on what we're paying for the items that we buy with those kids, and then we do these fundraisers, and Toots partners with us to help with percentages and things like that. So I think this is just one more program, and I think the missing piece also, the puzzle is this: let's figure out this 501c3 issue and get that done.
And the shop with the cop, I'm sure that's through the.
We do that through the FOP.
FOP.
Yeah, it's not directly related, so it's through the FOP, which is a foundation and 501c3.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
get all the advantages.
There are some foundations out there that could be flow through.
Yeah.
For either, specifically for money to help your program.
Yeah.
that would be amazing.
But I think Rick just made a great point. You're coming and going, and your ability to knock on doors is limited because you're serving immediate need.
For sure. So today when I leave here, I'm going to go to the portable and sort food. So if you email me, I promise you I'm going to email you back. But it's going to be this afternoon because I've got boxes of food that need to be sorted into.
We've got you behind,
areas.
don't we?
No, you do not. This was very important to me.
You have manual work
Yes,
that you have
yes.
to work through before you can do anything else.
Because my number one priority is feeding kids, period. So that's got to get done.
So how do they get in touch with you?
Okay, you can email me anytime, which is always the best. So my email is johnson.je@rcschools.net. That's an S on the end of school. Sometimes that's left off. So email is the best. But if you would like to call me, you're welcome to do that too. So you would call the central office at 615-893-5815. And my extension is 22225. Just that's 4 2s and a 5. Mm-hmm.
Well, and the other neat thing is that, if somebody wanted to send money, that they're like me, I'm listening to Pandora Christmas radio, and that's just one Christmas song after the other. But if they want to give to your program, I feel confident they could write the check to Smyrna Rotary and put in for Atlas program, and Smyrna, I'm sure the Rotary Club would be pleased to take that money and then send it to you, and that way they're going through a 501c3. Sure. Maybe the FOP would do the same thing.
Oh, I think so, without a doubt. Anyway, any of these programs, that's why we set them up the way we do. You're doing foundation board with right now the school system.
Yes, sir.
Only the same situation to help these kids out. But we listened to Jessica Johnson. She's the Atlas coordinator for Rutherford County Schools. We're going to take our second break and be right back with you in just a second.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Hello, I'm Adam Tipton with Farm Bureau Insurance. For over 75 years, Farm Bureau Insurance has proudly served Rutherford County, helping protect what matters most to our neighbors. If you're new to the area or just new to us, please give us a chance to earn your business. Give us a call at 615-893-1213 or visit us at 818 South Church Street in Murfreesboro. Our agents and staff are ready to serve you. From our team to your family, we wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Rutherford County. I'm Kenneth Barrett. I'm running for sheriff in 2026. This time of year brings back lots of great memories of those who have gone before us, those still with us. I love sharing time with my family, friends, swapping stories, and laughing. I've been proud to call Rutherford County and the Sheriff's Office my home my whole life. When elected sheriff, I will continue to work hard, keep our families safe, and serve with honesty, integrity, and heart. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas.
Every holiday season, MTE joins in the fun, supporting and taking part in local Christmas parades. From Murfreesboro to Fairview to Franklin, we light the streets, celebrate with our neighbors, and share in the joy of the season. Good energy is the heart of the holidays, because it's more than electricity. It's the spirit that powers every celebration.
This message brought to you by the Central Tennessee Regional Solid Waste Planning Board. Visit recyclerightTN.com for tips, ideas, and locations on where to recycle near you.
Don't be trashy, recycle classy, recycle right, Tennessee.
Recycling isn't just about tossing materials in a bin, it's about knowing which materials are accepted. Go to recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle right, Tennessee.
Local farmers, local meats, vegetables, and other produce at the Winter Spring Rutherford County Farmers Market.
Bundle up and make your way every Friday at Lane Agri Park.
Listen each weekday morning at 9 o'clock for the Roundtable here on News Radio WGNS. Interesting hosts and guests with the news, views, politics, sports, and people that are shaping Rutherford County here on News Radio WGNS. This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And welcome back to the third and final segment of Tuesday Mornings with Rick and Wayne. We've certainly enjoyed our visit with the federal coordinator for the Atlas program for Rutherford County Schools, Jessica Johnson, but my heart hurts listening as to how many children are out there hurting, with food insecurity and, not sure where possibly going to stay, the hygiene issues, the, is clothing warm enough, especially the way it is today, downright cold.
So again, I just can't stress this enough. We have over 1,200 children that are in this boat. Of course, some have bigger needs than others, but the majority of every student that we enroll, a parent or guardians requesting for weekend food because they need it. We're getting out warm coats if they haven't received them already, because many times, and I find this interesting, they don't even know what size they wear because they haven't went out and purchased a new coat. They've received a hand-me-down or what they're wearing. They give us that size, but it's too little. There's a need there. That happens a lot with shoes. What size do you need? And we wind up taking 4 or 5 sizes because the child doesn't even know. And this isn't a little child. This is a high school student. Like recently, we took 4 different sizes because that student did not know the size shoe they wore. And they were walking in those shoes every day to work.
Wow. You were sharing earlier, Rick, things that could be utilized. Do you mind sharing those
food
again?
list? Yeah. Might got food on it, or I'd post it up somewhere it looks like food on it at least. I'm kidding. It's probably coffee. Food pantry items that y'all need or would like to receive, and that's Pop Top. And when we say by Pop Top, it's not a brand. Right. It's literally where you can take your fingers and pop the top off of it.
No
you don't
can
need a can opener. Or a vacuum pack chicken and tuna, which I know vacuum pack could be those little pouch type things that has a zip top on the top of it. I enjoy those too. Cookies, kind of any brand cookie.
Everybody needs a treat.
The little microwavable mac and cheese bowls where they can just basically add water and put it in a microwave. Peanut butter and cheese crackers. Obviously, that's a staple, or any kind of crackers as far as that's concerned. Jars of peanut butter. Again, another Pop Top item would be microwavable meals like chili and beef stew or anything like that, because they got a pretty good selection now. Rice-a-roni and raviolis. I know my daughter loved those. That to be able to use the staple of Pop-Tarts that everybody likes. Soup, granola bars, rice-a-roni cups, and hygiene items. And you were talking about earlier that some of the hygiene items even include undergarments, because you can have clean, brand new underwear and things like that. It's a lot better for a kid than what usually they come in.
Of course. And also, an item that's not on the food list that's a huge hit, ramen noodles. Mm-hmm. Everybody loves them. So if anybody wanted to get a case of those and bring them in, that would be Great.
Yeah,
They're
what-
nutritious.
Yeah.
You know, just thinking, you know, you go to Cracker Barrel or some of these restaurants, you know, for breakfast with the little thing of strawberry or grape jelly or something like that. Talk about a nice little sweet treat that you could put on a, you know, cracker or a piece of bread or something like that.
We someone donated last year just the Jif to go peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I bet.
You know, because it was right there. They had it. That was great, and a great source of protein in comparison.
So 2 or 3 times we've had on now Beth Bryant, and she's with Isaiah 117, and it's a in between, and it's another one that grabs me a lot because my being 18 years as a police detective, and you've seen the stories on TV about kids sleeping in offices, and that was what we did many times. They slept in our interview rooms and our floors. Smyrna, we were lucky that we got a community services coordinator that we were able to hire in that had a area set up for kids to be able to come in and sit while we needed to do what we needed to do. And DCS having to take them back, and they're leaving the office. Isaiah 117 now takes them into a house. It's literally a house, and can feed them, bathe them, reclothe them,
Yes.
a whole 9 yards. And
They
it's
do
a
great work.
tremendous setup that they've been able to have now, and they are doing it throughout the country. And it just started in East Tennessee a few years ago. But, you know, this is something I'm seeing that can blossom us as a county that we can start working on, and with the 501c3, and get this program up and going for you to kind of not copy but replicate kind of the same process they got there. And that's a person I'm thinking that at some point we need to get everybody in the same room, and Beth would be on the top of my list to get in there as far as how to negotiate that and do it. And the volunteers, our volunteer outreach of people there is that she's got an army. She literally has an army that comes in there and does that. And it's amazing. I don't know if you've toured the house of her or not, but
I've talked to them several times.
it'll blow you away. It'll absolutely blow you away.
And,
really
and
will.
these children basically for a few days are homeless because they're taken out of a
You're exactly
unsafe
right.
situation, and and they're until they can find
They're in
either a
limbo.
foster or a relative.
Well,
or,
let's be honest. It's the same kids you're dealing with
Yes.
right now.
Yes.
They just get that next step to where DCS
Yes.
has had to get involved for whatever
Right.
reason.
Correct.
And then,
Good point.
then they're trying to find that housing for that person, and they would go
Right.
there. So, I want to try to work on that and see if we can't put that together.
well, I mean, all of them are being uprooted. They're being uprooted from wherever they were maybe comfortable or confident, and then all of a sudden they're in a strange place.
Can you imagine going to work today and then not knowing when you leave here, where am I going to? When I get off the bus, is that door even available for me?
Or what you coming
You know,
home to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just again, heartbreaking for our children, our
Yes.
babies, to be in this situation and not have a rescue at some point.
Well, they're our future, and a high school diploma is the #1 way to prevent young adult homelessness. So if we can keep our kids in school, and if we can help them have the resources they need to fully participate in school, then we're going to be helping. It's just going to pay it forward for us.
Headline news this morning. I don't know if y'all turned the news on this morning, but they're Minnesota, and there's a huge theft of COVID funds, and it's like in the billions of dollars now. And it makes me angry because those federal funding like that, they really don't have the oversight, and they're just cashing checks, and we got a program like this that obviously is got a whole lot of oversight.
Yep.
And it's going locally, and we're sitting here wondering where our funding is for it. So just makes me angry, but we'll figure it out some way. Jessica, give us your information again.
Sure. Again, I'm Jessica Johnson, and my email is johnsonje@rcschools.net. Email is a great way to reach me since I'm in and out all the time. And then phone number is 615-893-5815, and my extension is 22225.
Great.
And if someone needs to go through a 501c3, the Smyrna Rotary Club, I'm sure, would be pleased to help get that money.
Thank you.
To come to you, and we just what a neat thing to get to try to attempt, Rick, right here before Christmas, for us to help assist Jessica in getting food and or funds, you know, to these children.
Well, and like I said, if you want to do that and you're looking for that tax write-off and you want to go through Smyrna Rotary, please reach out to Wayne or reach out to myself. And I just started a new Gmail account for my campaign. It's Rick Hall with the number 410 at gmail.com. Rick Hall 410 at gmail.com. Send me a message and I'll help you.
Yeah, mine's even easier. It's Wayne Blair 53 at gmail.com.
It's not your age, is it?
No, it's my birthday year.
Oh, gotcha. Jessica, thank you so much for being with us again.
God bless you.
Yeah.
And I tell our guests that, but truly for you, God bless you for what you're doing for our children.
That's right. Thank you. We got Chris Clark coming on next week with EMA. I'm looking forward to that. We got a lot going on with our EMA service and be able to talk about it. But everybody have a good and safe week and stay warm out there. Take care.
Subscribe to Big G TV, local content that matters to Rutherford County.